levers. They have been
Absolutely, and that is what we will focus on, Tahir. Sorry, apologies, just interrupting markets opening. Just coming back and we'll finish that point. Nifty 50, 23,390. We're down about 1/3%. Bank Nifty is flat. I mean, this is just sort of, neither here nor there. Nothing on the Nifty Bank for now. The mid-cap index is down about 0.3, and I think you've got the small-cap index, which will come up on as well. And there is about 0.25% cut on the Nifty small-cap index. Market breadth for now is positive, but this is just, the initial first minute or so that we have. So it's a slightly subdued kind of start. But, well, we all know what happened yesterday, right? I'm not saying, well, the same thing happens, but yesterday also till about 1:50, things were very subdued and then things took off like a rocket. But, as we go into today's session, remember, we got a 3-day holiday in front of us. That Nifty heat map, more down than up. You got about 13, 14 names which are higher, everything else starting lower. Surabhi.
Okay, so on the lower side, of course, is IT. No surprises there. Wipro's down 5%. HCL Tech 2%. Infosys ahead of numbers, 1.6% lower. TCS is selling off about 1.5%. Tech Mahindra, all those stocks are down. The other problem for the market is that consumer stocks aren't really finding much mojo this morning. Asian Paints, Nestle, Titan, most of them are on the lower side of the screen. Then come your heavyweights. L&T is not really contributing much. In fact, it's down 1.2%. Reliance, 0.5% lower. ITC is down about 0.3%. Lever, like I said, along with the rest of the FMCG pack, also weak. The only part that's working for the market are financials. ICICI Bank, 1.4%. HDFC Bank, 0.4%. And that's about it. Even financials, very, very selective for the time being. There's some buying on pharma this morning, which is interesting. Dr. Reddy's is up and about. Apollo Hospital, Sun Pharma, Cipla. Pharma is doing okay, and top financials are doing fine. Shriram Finance also about 0.7% on the higher side. So it's pharma and banks, to the rescue, but IT is in a trouble spot.
Well, that's right. Surabhi, a couple of stocks, though, that are in focus. Angel One, the stock is down closer on 4.5% because of those weak numbers. On the flip side, you have the Vare Group companies. I think Vare Renewables came out with its set of numbers, and that stock is higher. Vare Energies as well is one of the top movers on the upside in today's trading session. So both those two should come up for you. Big green is what we're seeing on both those two stocks. The other banking name that's doing well is Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. Well, that's up by closer on 5%. It's moving on very, very large volumes. I think you should get that one up for you on the screen. IDFC First Bank is now at the low point of the day. I'll tell you what, in the last 1 month, the Nifty Bank is up closer on 9-10% or thereabouts. It's done well. But IDFC First Bank was up 15%. So it appears there is some profit taking that's coming on this counter. And that explains why that stock, in fact, is actually down closer on 3%. It's seen some kind of profit taking post the recent big run that we saw. Tanla, well, that was one as well, had some positive news flow. So that stock, in fact, has opened up with some green on the screen. JTL, well, yesterday the stock got slammed back because some reports indicated that there was an ED raid. But for the time being, the stock has pulled back closer around 5% or thereabouts. You need to understand whether or not it's on the investor with regard to that betting scam, or was it on the company? So I think the street is still waiting for a response on the management. For the time being, the stock is up closer on 5% after getting slammed 18% in yesterday's trade. Vare Energies, though, that's the stock of the morning, up 6% as we speak.
Yeah, no, absolutely. 23.66 on Vare, and that is a big mover. And by the way, Vare is now the number 2 biggest volume-led gainer on the NSE. Number 1 is Mazgaon Dock. Mazgaon is up 3%, but outsized volumes on Mazgaon for this point in the day. Just about starting 500,000 shares already on Mazgaon. And, there is Vare Energy and Vare in the other Vare company as well, which is up 12%, 1151 that's the one, renewable.
That's the one that came out with its numbers.
Yeah, that's 12, which is up 12.5% right now. So big one, and both have got tremendous volumes at this point. K Fintech is up 3%, 1,084 on K Fintech. Again, very large volumes. Garden Reach 2% higher. Again, one more shipbuilder, along with Mazgaon, which is showing up with gains. You got Amber, which is up about 2%. KEI Industries is up about 2.5%. Cochin Shipyard. So you got all 3 shipbuilders now, which are up strongly. Yesterday, you had some moves in these hospital names. On the downside, I can spot Narayana on the upside today, 1.5% on this one. We were talking about the Vare sort of twins, but also look at Weber Solar, which is up 5%. Premier Energy, again, in that space, 2.5%. So yeah, I mean, there are shipbuilders, there are these solar names, both which are kind of sort of moving up as a pack. Wipro is now, by the way, the biggest volume-led loser. It's down 5.5%. Stocks at about 234. It's followed with Infi, the preview for which we just put out with Rima 5 minutes back. Numbers after market hours. And I think certainly with what Wipro has done, expectations from, the consensus expectations, etc., general hope from it would perhaps be a little lower. Angel, of course, we highlighted numbers, 4% lower. IDFC First Bank is down 2%, 62, and it's got tremendous volumes in it as well. TCS is down 1.5%. Sonata Software, LT, I think IT on the downside is emerging as the sector. So maybe the IT index will come up. Yeah, 2% lower on the Nifty IT index after yesterday's near 1% cut. So 32,591 on the Nifty IT index.